I don't know. I don't know how much different I feel from start to start. But yeah, I really don't. Like I kind of get up the same for every start. Like I think the postseason's a little bit different. Or if you're pitching in a game, like like you're up a game or down a game and into a division rival, something like that. I think that's a little bit different. But I think I try not to let the situation, like broad scope situation, affect me that much. Sometimes it will, like I said, in situations like that where it's like very overtly a big moment, but at the same time, like we still have a lot of baseball to play. So, um, I don't know. It's like I kind of just look at it the same, or at least try to.
Charlie, how big has it been for Merrifield and Ursula to come in, basically sign off scrap heap after they got released elsewhere, and also Loriano, same thing, to come in, what they've done for a team in a playoff race?
Yeah, well, all of them. I mean, I was really excited to see that they were coming. I played against Ramon, I played against Witt, and Gio. I really have admired because I got to pitch against him quite a bit in the AL when he was with the Yankees. I thought he was one of the tougher right-handed bats that I faced in that time, and they're just good dudes, and they're guys that I've been a fan of just from across the way and watching them play. So it's like you hear they're coming in the clubhouse, you get kind of excited about it. They're really nice, good dudes, and I don't know, Alex has done a great job. I mean, he's got guys that fit and that produce, and they, they're, like I said, they're guys that you get excited to see. Bringing George back, and it's nice. I think it just speaks to Alex's ability to, to target guys and do his homework and make sure they're good dudes, they're good fits, and he's done that.
What do you guys have, maybe environmentally, that makes these fits so seamless?
You've been around the guys, it's like it's kind of obvious, once you're in the room and you like get to talk to the guys, like not to be like percentage basis and reduce it down to something other than their humanity, but like it's like they're all good dudes. Like that room is an extremely talented group. And for that amount of talent to be in that room and still be that humble and approachable on a day-to-day basis and available on a day-to-day basis, put their work in, and just be good human beings. Like, that's not a common thing. Like, I'm not saying that clubhouses aren't good. I think that by and large, to make a career in the big leagues, you have to be a pretty good dude because, like, people got to put up with you, right? It's like, it's a long season to put up with somebody that's not a good dude. But at the same time, I think that Alex has done a really, really good job. I mean, because he's prioritized it. If he doesn't know a guy, he reaches out and finds people that do know those people. And he does his homework, and he wants to know that. He think that's a really, really important thing that he looks for.
Charlie, talked to Chuck before the game and Huddy. And how cool was it just to think, those guys were all here. And I know you didn't think about it on the mound or anything, but JoJo's here, Chuck's here, Jair was in the home run derby, just guys that you started with that are back this weekend, and just kind of giving.
Yeah. No, I do. I think about it, like, because I was aware of it. I was aware of it yesterday. I saw Chuck, I saw Jair, I saw Medlin. I know JoJo was here, and I know that I know Johnny Venners is here, or at least was. I don't know if he went home. But, like, I know those guys, and I know they're here, and for me, that's meaningful. Because I am kind of a nerd that way. Like, I'm kind of, like, when we go to ballparks, like, there's certain places where, like, I know that somebody that I looked up to or somebody that I'm a fan of stepped on that rubber, like towed that mound, and like I know that these moments are pretty. I don't know, like the amount of time that we have here, let alone the time we have on that field, it's very short. It's a very short window, and you only have so many moments together with guys that you care about and that mean something to you. And I mean, like when I got here, it's like I looked up to Huddy, I looked up to Smoltzy, I looked up to Glavin. I watched Chipper walk into Wide World Sports his rookie year as a fan. I was standing in the stands when he walked in, like Mike Hampton. I was a fan, like as a kid, of some of those guys. Like I grew up emulating some of those guys, and then I spent years in the minor leagues with some of those guys, and I don't know. To be able to go out there when they're here, yeah, it's meaningful to me, 100%. Like, because I know that there's a part of me that they can see through their own eyes and through my eyes still, because there's that connection, kind of like a generational connection thing. It's like when I'm done playing, like getting to know Chris, like I know Chris, like he's a dude, like he's an old school guy, and he plays the game the right way, and he pitches the right way. Like he's great in the clubhouse, and like when you see guys like that, it's like that have pitched against some of the same guys that I did when I was coming up, and like now we're pitching against like some of those guys' kids, and it's like it's pretty cool to see that, because I think it kind of transcends the time and the barriers of time and the fabric of baseball and the history of baseball. We're all a small part of it, just a continuum. So those moments for me are pretty special.
Can playing these tight games night after night condition the team as into September, in towards the postseason? Because you had so many close late games this past week, like just every night. You guys are 1 or 2 runs the whole game, so it's like, does that translate towards the postseason? Playing with pressure, playing in a close game.
Yeah, I would say for a younger team, yeah, I would say that. Like for a team that hadn't been there before, I would say so, because it's like but I think we know that. Like I can't remember which season it was, but there was something similar, with 1-run games, tight games, and then last year, it's like I don't even know what our run differential was, but it was ridiculous. And like, then you go in the postseason, and you might come out of a season like we did in 21, and we're kind of like just treading water all season, and then we got hot at the right time. And I think that's more important than going, oh, we're a really good 1-run team. We're really good in extra innings or something like that. I just don't think it to me, it doesn't really translate. I think what does is the momentum that you get, and there's an energy about it. Like there's just a feeling that exists in the dugout and in the clubhouse. And I don't think it's because you win 1-run games. I don't think that guys even really think about that, to be honest with you. I don't think that if you ask those guys, I don't think they would even know. I think it's more of like, did we win the ball game or not? Do we play well? Do we pitch well? Do we defend well? Do we hit well? And then at the end of the day, you wash it off, and then you go into the next day. But, I mean, it's not really something that you can really hang your hat on. Like, we're really good in 1-run games. It's like, I remember being in Tampa and thinking, like, if we go out as a pitching staff and as a defense, if we go out and limit 2 to 3 runs, we're going to win a lot of ball games, right? If that results in us winning 2 to 1 or 3 to 4 or 1-0, like, so be it. But I think it's more of a feeling like, are we playing good baseball? And I think that maybe, yeah, it might produce a lot of wins in one-run ball games or extra innings, but I honestly don't think that the guys even think about that stuff.